Oh, hey, we are the Braxtons and New Zealand. Okay, I'm tired. I'm so tired. I only got like a few hours of sleep. It took like 2 hours for that melatonin to kick in last night. Ugh, I was so frustrated because I knew when it kicked in, she was gonna kick in, and when she kicked in, she definitely kicked in. But when that alarm went off, my eyes actually opened before my alarm went off. But you know, my alarm was about to go off in 19 minutes, and I opened my eyes and I was like, ugh, because I had it set for 7, and then I decided to push it up 15 more minutes. Is it push up or push back? Push it up 15 more minutes. And I was like, just get up. Because you know what's so crazy? I'll talk about that another day. Anyways, so listen, we about to talk about the Braxtons. And, I got some stuff I gotta say. And I don't wanna offend anybody. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give a disclaimer that if you are a sensitive soul, if you take offense easily, then this may not be the channel for you. Okay. But this may not be the video for you. I have some things I want to say. These are just my opinions, and it's not the gospel. Okay. My opinion carries no weight. It's just how I see things. Okay. Girl, I'm so sleepy. But girl, I got work to do. I got a job, baby. Oh, I got work to do. Yes, I got work to do. Let's get into it. All right. I do have a question. I have a question for Tawanda. Tawanda, bald head scallywag, ain't got no hair in the bag. Okay, I like Tawanda. Tawanda, why is everybody confused on why you call Kevin Jr. Scratchy? I clocked that last episode, but I let it go. When she was in the car with her son and her daughter, she picked him up from school and she called him Scratchy, Kevin Jr. And the son asked her, "Who is Scratchy?" And then she said, "Oh, that's I'm paraphrasing, that's your cousin's name. I called him Scratchy since he was a little boy because he had like a raspy throat, raspy voice." And so now they've made it to DC. They're going to check on Kevin Jr. and Vaughn, which is Trina's husband. Leave my husband out of it. Girl, I see every time. Shout out to Erica De Niro TV. Every time she play that clip from Sweet Tea, leave my husband out of it. I know that's right. Leave my husband out of it. So we got Trina's husband. Um, he says, "Who is Scratchy?" Because they're in the living room. They made it to DC, and they're in the rental, and they're in the living room talking. And Tawanda, it was Tawanda, her boyfriend, um, Trina, and Vaughn. And Tawanda was speaking about Kevin Jr. And she said, "Scratchy." And Vaughn said, "Who is that?" And she said, "Kevin." And then she explained the story again about how when he was a little boy, he always had a raspy voice, a scratchy voice, and I think that's what she called it. And that's why she calls him Scratchy. And I just think it's so weird that you have your brother in law who's new to the family who may not know that story. But then when I also bring into account that you have your son, girl, okay, who is asking at his big age. I think her son is like 17, and he's asking who is Scratchy. I almost feel like, girl, that's a name that you probably called him once or twice, but you don't call him that anymore. And now you're trying to make it seem as though this is my nephew. You know, people try to make it seem as though they may be closer than what it really appears. I'm not saying that they're not, but it's just weird that you're now referring to him as Scratchy when, again, your brother-in-law, who is fairly new to the family, but your son, his cousin, doesn't even know that that's what you called him. So how often do you really call him Scratchy? Okay, girl. So Trina calls Tony, or Tony calls Trina. They're on the phone talking. I don't know. I don't remember who called who. And Tony asks, "Are they going to talk to Kevin? Kevin Senior, Kevin Junior's father?" And Trina says, "No." Tony. Okay, so this is the problem, and I'm gonna try to. This is the problem. Okay. So from what they're saying, Tracy did not want a bunch of pomp and circumstance when it came to her homegoing. Um, she didn't want a whole bunch of carrying on. She didn't want the Aretha Franklin treatment. You know, Aretha Franklin gave us girl 7 days and 7 nights when it came to her funeral. Aretha Franklin said, "Baby, girl, we celebrating the queen. Girl, the queen is gone. Oh, baby, we celebrating. Girl, I want y'all to mourn, holler, stomp. Girl, baby, I'm not here no more. Oh, girl, you know what I'm saying? It was a celebration. A celebrate. It was literally a celebration of life. Shout out to Aretha Franklin. Um, she didn't want all that carrying on, and so they honored her wishes. This is what they're saying. So now it's a he say, she say. Literally, he say, she say. So this is what they're saying. The she's. Now the he is Tracy's husband. Now we don't know what Tracy told him, but he either did an online funeral. I heard them say online, but nonetheless, he had a funeral. Let me just say this. If that is the truth, and I'll just go ahead and say, I believe, excuse me, I believe that's what Tracy wanted. I believe that Tracy did not want a funeral. I believe she did not want a whole bunch of carrying on. And I believe that her husband did the opposite of what she wanted to do. And I also believe that that kind of brings me some insight of how he probably moved in their marriage, probably not honoring, probably not valuing what she said. Let me tell you something. Before somebody even say, well, I get that there are people out there who believe that a funeral, it gives the loved ones, you know, closure and the last time to see. Girl, let me tell you something. A funeral ain't gonna do nothing. God, I could tell you, girl. You can have a funeral, girl. You still gonna be crying a day after, girl, a month after, a year after. Hello, believe me, girl. You know what I'm saying? So, in my honest opinion, girl, it ain't even about you. It's not. I've had this conversation even with family. Like, if I die, I'm trying to figure out how I want to die. Do I want to be celebrated? Or do I just want y'all to just go on by y'all business? Because girl, don't be giving all these people that money to bury me. Girl, girl, I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? Tracy, I am almost 100% sure, did not want to die, especially at that young of an age. When somebody dies, it is not about you. It is about the person that's dead, believe it or not. And if that person who is dead or dying, they tell you, this is what I want to happen at my funeral, then that's what should happen. Full stop. I don't care what the mama got to say. The grandmama, the husband, the kids. If she or he or they said that this is how I want my funeral, then this is the way it needs to go. My grandmother pretty much planned her funeral. I want this person to preach. I want to wear this. Okay? At that point, it ain't about, oh, well, I think this person should preach. No, she literally called the man, girl, and told him, I want you to, you know, do my funeral. Yes. So all I'm saying is honor folks' wishes, whatever that may be. It's one thing if they say, girl, I want you to throw me a week celebration. Now, girl, the money ain't that long to be throwing a week celebration. We can celebrate that day. You know what I'm saying? We could try to put some money together, but girl, we can't really give you the Aretha Franklin treatment. However, if the person says, I want this, 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 and this, and it's doable, do it. Tracy's husband is out of order, completely out of order. That is not what Tracy said. And I believe it. I believe it. The lawyer validated that that's what Tracy said. He confirmed. Tracy did not want her sorority sisters doing anything. She didn't want people looking down at her. She didn't want all of that carrying on. So that's the way that it should have been. I understand that that was her husband of 30 years. It don't matter because that's not what your wife said she wanted how she wanted it to go. And the simple fact that he did the complete opposite of what she said lets me know he never valued her word. Those sisters, the Braxtons, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know I would get into their asses if I need to. But in this one, they are not wrong for being pissed off at that man. Now, I do got a little something towards the end about what Tawanda said. But for the most part, they're not wrong for being upset about what happened. Now, I'm going to leave it alone for right now. We're going to go on. I'm going to come back to it, though. So they're going to go karting. Nothing real. Look, can I say something, y'all? The Braxtons is a really good show. For real, for real. I'm going to go ahead and give the Braxtons the best reality TV of 2024. And the reason why I'm giving it the best reality TV of 2024 is because, in my honest opinion, yes, it is sad. Yes, it can be triggering, right? I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say that there have not been episodes where I have not boohoo cried. Or even this episode, I was trying my hardest not to shed a tear. Okay, okay. I'm sitting on the plane, girl, trying to make sure got sunglasses on, trying not to cry. Okay, trying to take notes and watch the show and make sure, girl, ain't no tears dropping. But it's a good show because I feel like this is a produced reality show, but they're producing it with honesty. I believe so. I believe that the showrunner, I think he's doing an amazing job. I think that this is what we're missing from reality TV. This is like real reality TV. And I love it. Yes, we know that it's produced, right? But I think they're doing a good job. I really do. I honestly do. Anyways, they're gonna go karting and it's basically her on um what's her face? Tawanda and her boyfriend. And basically Trina made a joke. It was actually kind of funny. She said, because Sean came in first, Devon came in second, and Tawanda came in third. She came in last. She drives really slow, and she made a joke basically saying how that's why your car insurance rates are gonna go up because girl, y'all drive crazy, and I'm a responsible driver. I thought that was kind of funny. Tawanda and Sean, let me tell y'all something. Tawanda and Sean are not getting married. I don't think they care about marriage. I don't think it's that big of a deal to them. I want Sean to stop lying and be truthful. Even when he told their father, I got a plan I'm working on, because basically he went and asked the father for Tawanda's hand in marriage in 2020. Girl, it's 2025. We do not take all that. Girl, you know how many people? You know how many people I know that got married? Girl, I'm not even exaggerating. Y'all know how many people I know that got married since 2020? Girl, I ain't gonna say 2020 in the last 10 years. I know 2020 and 2020 it's not 10 years. I'm just saying. Girl, I know somebody who just got married the other day. Okay. And girl, you still ain't talking about I'm working on a plan. It don't take all that to get married. Girl, just take your ass to the courthouse if that's what it is. Girl. You can go to I know somebody who went to the courthouse, got married, and then had a big wedding like a year later. I mean, I thought it was kind of, I was like, girl, why would you? Girl, I thought it was dumb. Not shout out to all y'all who did. I know some of y'all did it, but I just feel like, girl, I don't want to, offend anybody. But I know somebody who personally did that, and I thought it was dumb. Okay, I was just like, why? Like, why did you go to the courthouse and then turn around and then have this big over the top fancy wedding? I was like, girl, what? Because it's not like you were saving yourself for marriage, girl. Girl, y'all be doing the most. And you know the gag is? It's no shade. Girl, you know the gag? Girl, I'm not trying to be messy or funny. Girl, guess what happened? Girl, divorced. Divorced. Girl, you're gonna save your money, girl. Hello. Anyways, I don't think that Sean and Tawanda care about getting married. I don't think they should get married, girl. If that's nothing that y'all have really, um, I just feel like if it's not broke, don't fix it. And you hear these stories of people being in relationships and they're fine, and then they get married, and then it just goes downhill. And I think what it is, and I think it was Oprah Winfrey who said this, and I was like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. She was saying that I think it was Oprah. She was basically saying how she's not married. One, she said she wanted Stebbin to want to marry her, right? Tawanda is saying, I'm not about to pressure this man into marrying me. Like, if he wants to marry me, then let him decide that he wants to marry me. And I 1000% agree. I do not like, we're just talking. I do not like when women pressure men into marrying them. I just don't. I think it's one thing for you to tell somebody this is what I want out of this relationship, and if it doesn't come, then girl, you may have to just call it quits. But to pressure somebody into marrying you, and then you wonder why, girl, the marriage don't work out. Well, girl, probably because he really didn't want to get married in the first place. Okay, that's probably part. That's part of it. But she was basically saying how sometimes people get married, and now they feel like they have to try and live up to these expectations of what a husband is supposed to be, what a wife is supposed to be, instead of just living like how you've been living or doing how you've been doing. Now you have these expectations put on your shoulders of how you're supposed to move. And now it's, well, I'm a wife. I have to act this way and talk this way and do this way. I'm a husband. I have to do this and act this, and it becomes like this job. Just food for thought. But I'm not married. I ain't got no man. Okay, so I don't know. Um, But yeah, I want Sean to stop playing. Stop lying to people. Just say, right now we good. We're not really thinking about marriage at the time. I felt pressure to say that I wanted to get married. I asked for her hand, asked for your permission in 2020. It's just like the daddy said. Why you asking permission, girl? When I tell you I'm so with the daddy, girl. I got into a whole argument one time at work at Nordstrom. It was like me against 7 people because this guy came to the back. We're all in the back, okay, running our mouths. And he wanted to know if he should ask the girl's father to marry her. And I was like, if you don't want to. And everybody was like, yeah, you should. And I was like, if you don't want to. I was like, girl, like at this point, like, y'all just be doing something just to do it, because the truth of the matter is, y'all already live together. Y'all probably already using each other's social security number. Girl, probably a second card, a second name on a credit card. Y'all doing everything of the everything. Now you want to turn around and ask, probably y'all, they ain't got no kids. But you know what I'm saying? Y'all could have kids. Now you want to ask him, and he was like, "But even if he tell me no, it don't matter." So why are you even asking? Because if he tells you no, like just like that, just like Michael Braxton said, if I tell you no, you're gonna do it anyways. So just go ask her to marry. And if she say yes, she say yeah. And then y'all do know, y'all need to read some stuff. Y'all do. Let me shut up. I want to make y'all mad today. Y'all do know that whenever your husbands go and ask for your hand in marriage, it's kind of like you're one man's property. Now you're going to be another man's property. Because back in the day, the reason why that exists. Let me tell y'all something, girl. We just talking. The reason why that exists is because back in the day, girls were very, 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 very young, like little girls, teenagers, and they needed permission. These men would come and get these girls, and they needed permission from the father to marry their daughters because one, they were very, very young. But in exchange for the hand in marriage, you have to give me something for my daughter. So whether it's a goat, a cow, money, because pretty much this is property and I'm handing you over my property. This belongs to me. Now she'll belong to you. So you have to give me something. Girl, but y'all don't want to believe that shit. But anyways, it's right there on Google. You can Google it. All right, let me keep on. Let me shut up. Do what y'all want to do. Y'all grown. Girl, I don't care. Do what y'all want to do. Tamar. I think I realize why Tamar doesn't want to do reality TV. I think I understand why she probably was hesitant to sign on the dotted line. I think she said she was the very last one to commit to coming back to the show. She did it one because of Tracy, and then two, she said her mother came to her and pretty much begged her in a way. And so she just said, okay, I want, it's hard. I understand people who don't like Tamar because Tamar makes it hard to kind of be a champion for her, especially when you know her tea. And because Tamar is so messy and over the top, and her life is so messy and over the top, it 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 overshadows her music, and that's not a good thing. And every time Tamar pops on my TV screen, I'm like, oh my God, Tamar is so pretty. Oh my God, Tamar can sing. And then I automatically think about that white man who was just walking around here with ash juice on the top of his tongue, at the tip of his tongue, on the top of his lip. Tommy, Tommy Lee from Love and Hip Hop. I think she's on Baddies on Zeus now. Tommy got online and said that white man ate her ass out. Now ain't nothing wrong with eating ass, okay? Ain't nothing wrong with eating ass. Nothing is wrong with it. Okay? If you grown. Okay, it's grown people stuff. And all I can think about is how this man embarrasses her and how she really thinks she got her a prize. And I'm gonna go ahead and say something. Tamar mentioned her son. So we're gonna mention the son. She said down to the podcast, she was doing an interview, and she said she wants to be a good example for her son. I really want to know, and I don't want to drag this. I don't want to drag this. I don't. But I really want to know, how does Tamar think she is going to be a good example for her son when one, her life is as messy as it appears and it's all over the blogs. These children, if they have a phone, you better believe they're doing the same thing everybody else is doing on the blogs, looking at porn. Hello, googling stuff they ain't got no business googling. Hello, the same way that Garcelle's son found out via the World Wide Web that his dad had cheated on his mama. Hello, baby, please don't think that y'all children are down there, baby. Baby, I had my niece. I found out my niece was watching my videos. Hello, I had to call and tell my this is. I had to call and tell my sister this is months ago. One day she up and said something about I watch your videos, and I had to like stop myself because I was about to get worked up because I don't want to. Okay, I'll be down here talking about selling pussy. Okay, and I was like, huh? I was like, how do you watch my videos on YouTube Kids? Okay. And so I told my sister, I was like, girl, you don't tell them say she be watching my videos. She was like, huh? She said, I said she be watching my videos. And she was like, we got to do something about that. Okay. Anyways, so, so all I'm saying is, girl, if it's out there, they're going to find it. Okay. Now Tatum didn't find my videos on, did I ever tell you how they actually found my videos? My brother-in-law has a son, so my sister's stepson. He was looking for something, but he was looking for basketball games. He likes basketball. He was looking for like basketball games on YouTube, and he put in basketball. And girl, my video for Basketball Wives popped up when I was when it was a season with OG. Yes, and that's how he found out I had a YouTube, and then that's how my brother-in-law's mom found out I had a YouTube. Okay, anyways, um, but I don't know what type of good example Tamar can really create for her son when she's attached to a man like that. Like, I don't even know how your son, and I'm just gonna be honest with y'all, and I do not want to sound mean, but I don't even know how much respect somebody can have for their parent when they look up and they see the way that you let this man dog you out publicly, and how much respect would he even have for him for dogging out his mother. You see what I'm saying? People don't play about their mamas. So when Logan gets older, he realizes that this white man who you're with disrespected you online, and he said he purposely hurt you, and he was at the game with a bitch who you didn't even like, and he knew that, and he ate her ass out. Okay, and he took her to what, the Four Seasons or somewhere, and you stayed with him. You stayed with a man who disrespected you like that? You did? You stayed with a man who disrespected you like that, humiliated you publicly. And then you are going to expect Logan to have some type of respect for that man who disrespected you. Because he's going to find out all that carrying on that white man did to you. And he's going to find out how your black ass stayed. Um, she also discusses mental health and how we should be more open to speaking about it, which is true. She says that, when she didn't really go into what reality shows, but um whenever they're shooting, I'm assuming she meant the Braxtons, there's a therapist always on set because mentally she doesn't want to go backwards. It's so weird to me that Tamar really think that her, like, I'm not saying her family is not the problem, but girl, even if your family is the problem, girl, the people surrounding you, the man who's sleeping in your bed, he part of the problem too. He's just convinced you that it's not him, and it's them bitches over there. Hello, that's the real gag. Girl, this thing is wearing me out. I knew this was gonna happen. Oh, girl, there we go. Um, So they all go out to eat. Well, not everybody. Tawanda, Trina. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, Michael got a cute son. I said, oh, all right. I'm talking about Michael, Trina's the girl's brother. He got a son. He has a son. I think he has two. It was one with a little fade. I don't know. I know he got. I don't know if he got. I don't know how many kids he got. It was one with a fade. Yeah, he was kind of cute. I was like, oh, okay. Um, so they all go out to dinner, and they're talking about Trina. I mean Tracy, and I want to say something that applies to me. It applies to everybody. We're grown, and you should try your hardest to figure out things. You know, before you get other people involved. How and ever. There's always a how and ever. I don't think that it's fair that we, and I'm including myself in this too, that we wait until it's an emergency because Kevin was basically saying that him being a man, he wants to try to figure it. I'm a man, you know. Him being a man, he wants to be able to figure it out on his own, and I get it to a certain degree because that should be for any grown person. Um, any person. That's one of the things you teach your kids. Try to figure it out for your damn self. Stop calling my name before you even try to do. You know, before you even try to solve the problem. Problem solving skills. They teach us that. So I get it, but I also think it is so unfair to family and friends when you wait to the very end when the bomb is about to explode to say, "Oh, I have an emergency." And again, I think I think that's no, I do. I think that's a lot of people, right? When there's an emergency, when now the bomb is about to explode in 5 minutes, now you want to call. Girl, you should have been calling me, girl, when you saw the bomb yesterday. So we could have had SWAT down here. We could have had the bomb people down here. Girl, you want to call me 5 minutes before it's about to explode? Now we all running around here like a chicken with our head cut off. Girl, trying to figure out, girl, what we gonna do. So I think that Kevin needs to let that go. And again, I'm talking to a lot of us that you should not wait until it's an emergency to basically let people know. Yes, you want to try to solve things yourself and figure out things yourself, just as like a person, especially as a grown person. But it really is unfair to family and friends when we wait until the very last minute. You know what I'm saying? And now people have to try to figure out what they're gonna do to help you. Um, the father feels like Tracy. When I say the father, I'm talking about Kevin's father. Kevin's father feels like Tracy wasn't in her right mind. So basically, she left everything to Kevin Jr. Girl. Baby, this thing is wearing me low. You know what's so crazy? The only time, this is the same ring light that I had that was messing up, but I figured how to do it. If I don't unplug it, then I'm okay. So I keep it plugged up basically to an extension cord, even in my apartment. So, but when I unplug it, it does this, and it takes a while for it to get back to me just having to tap it one time. Um, I just want to go ahead and get this out the way because this video is getting too long. Kevin was Tracy's husband. Clearly, that didn't mean shit at the end of the day. Because when it was all said and done, he didn't get shit. The son got it all. Whatever all is, whether it's $1 million, 100,000, 75, everything over the estate, everything is in Kevin's name. Junior, the son. I know there are people out there who feel because that's the husband. No, 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 no. It's disrespectful to Tracy to even try and paint a picture of her not being of sound in mind when she made that decision to hand everything over to her son because she got a husband. Fuck a husband. If Tracy said that Kevin is getting everything, then that's what Tracy said. It ain't got nothing to do with the sisters. Because if they wanted to convince Tracy to sign over to them, they probably would have been more successful at that. If we're just going to be honest about it. She left whatever she left to the person who she wanted to leave it to. It ain't have nothing to do with her declining. The lawyer confirmed it at the end. It has nothing to do with the sisters just being bona fide bitches. No. The sisters ain't got nothing to do with that. I know there are people out there who are going to think that, oh, the sisters just wanted Kevin to get it so they could, get in Kevin's ear and they could take over whatever, blah, 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 blah. No, I don't believe it. I believe that Tracy left what she wanted to leave to who she wanted to leave it to. And I don't give a damn about her being married to that man for no 29, 30 years. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, those 30 years didn't mean shit to Tracy, clearly. Because if it did mean something, she would have left his ass something. And that's why he's mad. Now I don't know what happened. What happened in Tracy's marriage. I believe Tracy probably had one of those marriages like some people have, where they could just say, I've been married for 40, 50 years. But quiet as it kept, I couldn't stand him after 7. But I just stayed with him, though. Now, where I was a little torn was Tawanda feeling that the brother, that he should not be allowed, should have access to the platform to tell his side. Now that's where I'm torn, because it's like, if y'all gonna introduce this on the show, then why not let him say what it is? Clearly he has a different story. But at the end of the day, especially when it comes to the will, the lawyer has already stepped in and said that, girl, there's a recording of Tracy saying this is what she wanted. What would the lawyer get out of lying, saying that Tracy wanted this to go to Kevin? I'm not trying to be funny with what I'm about to say. Tracy wasn't rich. It ain't like, girl, Tracy was over there sitting on millions and millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. Girl. She probably had a cute little insurance policy, I'm assuming. A little money she made from the show. But it's not like Tracy had this over-the-top successful singing career. So at the end of the day, whatever Kevin got is not like, girl, Blue Ivy inheriting money from Jay and, okay, hello? It ain't like the Northwest. It ain't like the Burris kids. It ain't like Mama Joyce. Hello? I know that's right, Mama Joyce. Yeah, I just don't. I don't think that. I don't think that. I don't think that she was. I don't think. I don't know. I don't even understand why people are thinking that. What are the sisters wrong for? Are the sisters wrong for now? If somebody told me they felt like the sisters were wrong because they won't give Kevin a platform to tell his side, then I could kind of rock with that a little bit. But past that, what do y'all want the sisters to do about Kevin getting everything in his name? And if we're just gonna be honest about it, Kevin is a grown ass man who's married, soon to be divorced, pushing 30 years old. Unless y'all trying to tell me y'all think Kevin is slow, why else would it not be in his name? Why would y'all, like, what would be the argument of it being in Kevin's name? That's her son. He's a grown ass man, pushing 30, a husband. He got it. He got everything. Case closed. And quiet as this kept, those sisters probably never with Kevin like that anyways. I'm talking about the daddy. That was Tracy's husband. And the truth of the matter is, if we're going to be honest about it, they probably know more tea about Tracy's marriage than what we probably know. And that's probably why they can't stand his ass. Catch that tea. Tracy probably just stayed. Well, not probably. Tracy just stayed with him. But I guarantee you, if Tawanda and Trina and Tamar and Tony got together and started putting all the stories together about what Tracy told them happened in their marriage, I bet y'all will figure out why they don't fuck with him too. They don't fuck with that man. And now that their sister is gone, we don't have nothing to do with him. Our nephew is grown. He's pushing 30. Our sister is dead. We didn't like you anyways. Now we really don't have to deal with you. Fuck you. That's pretty much what they're saying. Sorry. Anyways, Tamara, she got an assistant. One thing I do not like, I'm about to say something that's gonna sound real fucked up. Every time I see one of the Atlanta girls with an assistant, girl, it's always like it always gives me y'all just want something young. And I'm not mad at the gays for working, girl. We gotta work, we got bills to pay. I'm not even mad at I think his name was Darius. I'm not even mad at Darius or any of the other little young queens running around here, trying to get it how they live. But one thing I've noticed from Quad to Tamar on down, but every time these girls get an assistant, it's like some young queen. And I feel like it's not even about being their assistant. It's really just more so about like being a fag hag and like just having some little queen around them to like gas them up all day, every day. You're like, it's pretty much the same thing. Like, girl, y'all just, I know that sounds so fucked up what I'm saying. Like, y'all, I'm not saying they're not capable. I'm not saying that they can't do the job, but it's just weird that I see it's kind of like the same. Okay, y'all have the same look. Okay. Girl, when she called him a girl, I ain't gonna lie. It was funny. Well, if this girl, because he was doing jump rope. When I tell you, baby, he was stomping. Girl, have you ever seen somebody? It's like he was jump rope. It's like he was jump roping, but he wasn't. It was like he was jump roping. It's like he's flat foot, and like every time he would like jump up, like it would be like this. Girl, I'm so sick and tired of this. Girl, I'm not fooling with this ring light no more, girl. We gonna just do it this way. Um, she says in her book she's talking about the real reason she got a divorce from Vince. I hope you tell the real reason because your mama said that Vince was over there knocking your head between a washer and a dryer. Are you gonna tell the real reason? I hope so. The real reason why she left reality TV. Are you gonna tell the real reason? Are you gonna include how you met that white man and how he disrespected you? That's all I'm saying, girl. If you're gonna tell the story about your life, you're gonna have to tell the story about your life. And just like she said, um, I have to be comfortable with the truth. I have to be comfortable with telling the truth. Are you gonna be comfortable with telling the truth? Don't leave out that white man how he ate Tommy's ass out and had pussy juice dripping down his leg. I mean, dripping down his lip and came and kissed you in your mouth. Don't leave that part out either. Since you telling the truth, and since you writing an autobiography, self-help book, girl, girl. Anyways, this video is too goddamn long. I talk too goddamn much. Girl, I talk too much for no fucking reason. Ooh, I make myself sick. OG is a showrunner. He kind of cute. Tawanda said, "No, ma'am. Kevin not filming on our platform. They don't fool with that man. That man probably, girl. They probably got all types of stories of Tracy and Kevin. And Kevin stayed. I mean, I Kevin say Tracy stayed. And now they don't have to fool with that man because Tracy is dead. And he's upset because he felt like because I'm the husband, I should be getting everything. Well, what type of husband were you, sir? That's the real question. What type of husband were you, sir? Because she leave your ass shit. Barely a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. She said you on your own. So why people online trying to get mad at the Braxton sisters, if you're gonna be mad at anybody, be mad at Tracy. Hello? Cause she the one who signed it. She the one who made the decision. Girl, like I'm confused. I think people just want to be mad at the Braxton sisters just to be mad at the Braxton sisters. But what can you be mad at her about? She left what she left to her son who's pushing 30, grown, husband. Like, she didn't leave it to her husband. That's what it is. Anyways, let me go because I'm about to get worked up and start repeating the same stuff over. All right, bye, y'all.